of otherness arises because of the existence of plurality in Indian society. Mahatma Gandhi stressed that religious pluralism not only be accepted but must be welcomed. The discourse of otherness has always been associated with the relation between one religion and another. Significant contributions on these issues have been made by Indian thinkers like Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, Rabindranath Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and B.R. Ambedkar. These thinkers, in their own way, have tried to show that the problematic of otherness arises when there is a perception of duality. The moment there is a realization of universal oneness or an all-pervasive divinity, the problem dissolves. The ultimate reality is one who is universally present around us and within us. There are different ways of seeking the same ultimate reality through different paths, cultures, and symbols. Unless we realize this, there can never be peace and harmony on earth. Mahatma Gandhi said, religions are different roads converging to the same point. What does it matter that we take different roads so long as we reach the same goal? In reality, there are many religions as there are individuals. In his Vedic experience, philosopher Raymond Panikkar wrote, "It is precisely faith that makes thinking possible. For faith offers the unthought ground out of which thinking can emerge. It is faith that makes moral and other decisions possible, opening to us the horizon against which our actions become meaningful." Professor J.L. Mehta commented that the Indian cultural situation has at no time defined itself in relation to the other, nor acknowledged the other in its inestimable otherness, nor in consequence occupied itself with the problem of relationship as it arises in any concrete encounter with the other. However, otherness was always present in Hindu society. Exploitations of caste has become conspicuous in India. In India, caste hierarchies have existed for centuries. Caste is bound up with intolerance as well as much else. Historically, Hindu communities assimilated people, customs, and ideas despite having a hierarchical society, thus bringing about unity without uniformity, in diversity without fragmentation. Mahatma Gandhi and B.R. Ambedkar were dissatisfied with the existing condition of the untouchables and fought for their upliftment and their right to enter the temples, thereby giving them their due place in society. Each person would do his own work, including scavenging, that had traditionally been allotted to the untouchables. Swami Vivekananda emphasized that all caste, either on the principle of birth or merit, is bondage. He struggled for the abolition of privileges and stressed that all should be treated alike. Such sinful acts never had the sanction of any religious text. Within each religious tradition, there was always a considerable gap between profession and practice. Not letting one flourish in every possible way is a denial of humanity. Hinduism accommodates a great variety of forms of life. There is no core figure or a single way. Hinduism has no fixed doctrine or compulsory dogmas. As Swami Vivekananda put it, unity in variety is the plan of nature, and the Hindu has recognized it. The concept of Swadharma provides sanction for being a Hindu in one's own way. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, "Whoever comes to me through whatever route, I reach out to him, and that all faiths in the end lead to me." Social recognition of being a Hindu concerns observance rather than belief. Hinduism is compatible with any particular set of observance and also compatible with non-profession with any particular set of beliefs. As Mahatma Gandhi said, its freedom from dogma makes a forcible appeal to me in as much as it gives the votary the largest scope for self-expression. Even the rituals and practices differ according to caste, gender, and age. Owing to geographical diversity, a Hindu may follow the religious practices of a region where he lives. At the same time, he is not hostile to the religious practices of other regions. There is no exclusive loyalty to a particular regional form. No Hindu will withhold his faith or devotion to any other Hindu god, irrespective of his personal god. New cults are attracting a large number of people, and different sects have different practices, but this is perfectly compatible with Indian tradition, which accommodates diversity without any attempt to transform it. 19th century reformists of both Arya Samaj and Brahma Samaj present change of belief within Hindu form of life. Hindu sectarianism is not exclusive. While Hindu religious practices and beliefs are numerous, their outlook is very unitary. This is where the unity lies. Monier Williams, a British scholar, wrote that Hinduism was like the sacred fig tree of India, which from a single stem sends out numerous branches destined to send roots to the ground and become trees themselves till the parent stock is lost in a dense forest of its own offshoots. In a similar tone, Alfred Lyell, a British historian, also wrote, "Nowhere but in India we can now survey with our own eyes an indigenous polytheism in full growth, flourishing like a secular green bay tree among a people of ancient culture." In Hindu household, along with the pictures of gods and goddesses, one may find the pictures of Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Aurobindo, Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and so on. The co-presence of mythic and historical figure reflect that respect and reverence are similar to worship. A Hindu may visit a Muslim dargah or a church with the same respect and devotion as he does when he visits a Hindu temple. Being a Hindu, one may not go to offer prayers during Eid, but in the evening he may host iftar party in his house where people belonging to diverse cultures are invited. Doctrinal reservation in no way interferes with a cultural observance. This sets an example of communal harmony. This is an opportunity for participating in each other's festival and sharing the celebrations. Religion among the Hindus was always connected to their general life. The many festivals of Hindus which were held throughout the year were open to all and provided joy and happiness in their life. Such religious festivals and fairs are very democratic, and people come to such festivals and fairs for entertainment and also for profit, where merchants sell their products. Healthy interaction depends on certain openness of relationship, mutual understanding, where cultural diversities do not lead to separatism. Thereby, as Tagore said, fulfilling the highest mission of present age, the unification of mankind. During his prayer meetings, Mahatma Gandhi wanted people of different faith to gather together, though this rarely happened. He had a pluralistic understanding of religion. His utmost concern was for a healthy development of interfaith, intercultural human relations. During the meetings, there would be readings from different scriptures. Prayer was followed by focusing on day-to-day issues, thereby promoting a sense of community and common responsibility through what Gandhi called heart unity. Heart unity, according to Gandhi, is, I have come to the fundamental conclusion that if you want something really to be done, you must not merely satisfy your reason, you must move the heart. The appeal of reason is more to the head, but the penetration of the heart comes from suffering. It opens up the inner understanding of man. Today, it is heartening to see the development of several bodies with different political, cultural, and religious frontiers focus on humanitarian issues, thus bringing about common commitment to a cause. Vivekananda has said that each must assimilate the spirit of others, yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth. That is not giving up of one's religion, but abandonment of exclusiveness. Learning from other religions is a way of accepting and also of welcoming diversity. Within the Hindu fold, there are abundant evidences of cross-cultural fertilization. Theoretically, in Hindu society, priestly duties are performed by higher castes. However, one can notice priestly duties in certain areas being carried out by lower castes or tribes. Hindus from higher castes worship these local gods through the help of these lower castes. This is an outcome of the desire of the underprivileged to find their place in the society. This reflects the assimilative feature of core Hinduism. Sacred rituals require involvement of florists, barbers, and musicians. These professions include people from different communities. Emphasizing the reality of syncretism, the Muslim reformist scholar Asghar Ali Engineer wrote, cultural integration between the Hindus and Muslims is a fact which no one except victims of misinformation can deny. Swami Vivekananda held that Mohammedans in India is quite a different thing from that in every other country. It is only when Mohammedans come from other countries and preach to their co-religionists in India about living with men who are not of their faith, then only a Mohammedan mob is aroused and fights. Absorption within Hindu core fold rather than conversion. Integrating tribes into the core Hindu fold is never an impossibility, as the limits beyond which a Hindu should go are never laid down in history. However, in some sensitive states, people are demanding both a separate cultural and a political identity. Unfortunately, some groups have created unhappy situations and fundamentalism in Hinduism. Along with accommodation, resistance was also a part of Hindu behavior pattern. Hindus treat large section of their own community unjustly. Refusal to drink water given by a member of the lower caste, refusal to marry one's daughter to a member of another caste are some such examples. Sometimes there are such situations which give rise to confrontation of communities leading to conflict. Very often, offense is felt when a noisy procession passes by in front of a place of worship. The responsibility of accommodation lies on both the sides. Those objecting should concentrate on their prayers and the processionists should choose another route. As Radcliffe Brown said, an orderly societal life depends upon the presence in the minds of the members of sentiments which control the behavior of the individual in relation to the other. Voltaire remarked, "We are all products of frailty, fallible and prone to error. So let us mutually pardon each other's follies." Cow slaughter presents a problem in India. This is an extension of the worship of cow and abstention from cow killing. During particular festivals, certain kinds of foods cannot be kept in shops because of pressure from certain groups in the neighborhood. As such, those wishing to eat non-vegetarian foods have to travel considerable distances to obtain these. Kant's advice is very relevant in this context. A social order requires defining the freedom of the individual in such a way that it discovers its own limits in other people. To quote Tagore, the problem today is not to wipe away differences, but how to unite while keeping the differences intact, a difficult task. The perfect harmony of relationship in this world is realized through one's union with others, leaving behind the barrier of social inhibitions. This is an ideal for which the present day world must strive. For as Bhagwan Das has said, if we don't end war, war will end us. Between me and you, there is an I am that torments me. Remove with your I am, my I am from between us. This is a quotation from Al-Halaj. I end with this.